American filmmaker Woody Allen once said, 80% of success is showing up. As I thought more about those words, showing up, I couldn't stop thinking about the chemistry of marriage. You see, every husband and wife who has lasted, as they say, kept showing up. They showed up when they were exhausted. They showed up when they were defeated. They showed up after a heated argument. They showed up when the kids were driving them crazy. They showed up when they were stressed and worried about life. They showed up when their feelings screamed the opposite. They showed up day after day, week after week, year after year. They showed up when it mattered the most. They kept showing up. We have this notion or belief that marriage is a piece of cake. No, that's the wedding reception. Your wedding reception was the base camp as you prepare to climb your marriage mountain. We think that marriage will be an easy walk down the aisle. You see, the walk down the aisle was just you showing up to say I do. But a sustained marriage is built upon a set of vows spoken at the altar. Little did you realize that the stroll down the aisle would be a perpetual walk to saying I do over and over again. You see, a sustained marriage is built upon a man and a woman showing up, saying, I will over a long period of time. It's called consistency. A lasting, strong, vibrant marriage doesn't rely upon a streak of luck or constant karma. Couples that have lasted will tell you that they kept showing up. They committed themselves to the task of showing up to communicate after a hard day's work. They showed up to make decisions together. They showed up to a regular date night. They showed up to the kids' sporting games, dance recitals, and parent-teacher conferences. They just kept showing up. The God of heaven calls us to keep showing up, morning after morning, day after day. In the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 22 and 23, it's God's ultimate love letter to us. It says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Every morning, the Lord keeps showing up. Every morning, He shows up to forgive us once again. Every morning, He shows up to love us once again. Every morning, He shows up to grant us mercy once again. Our mighty God shows up every single morning. The quintessential question for us is this: will you keep showing up? Will you keep showing up to display a new every morning mercy-filled love towards your spouse, even when you don't think they deserve it? Every morning, decide to hit the reset button on your relationship with your spouse, showing them steadfast love just like God did for you this very morning. You see, having this keep showing up mentality will influence your children and their children and their children, and ultimately your legacy. Your mission, if you choose to accept, is this: show up for your spouse, show up for your kids, show up for your grandchildren, show up for legacy. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. On the days when you're weak, on the days when you're tired, on the days when you're lonely, on the days when you feel like giving up, on the days when you feel like ringing the bell to quit, with each step, each time you say yes, with each move in the right direction, it will pay eternal dividends. And at the end of time, when you're kneeling in front of God, just you and Him, you will hear those cherished words: well done, my good and faithful servant. All because you didn't quit. You didn't ring the bell. You didn't draw back. You kept showing up. Keep showing